welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. Oh, it has been long overdue since we have been to Asda/George, hasn't it? I don't think we've been back there since November. So I kind of got carried away, and these are actually quite heavy. We've got one and we've got two. We've got everything in here from cooking. We have got some pans, we've got some cleaning, we've got some candles. We've got quite a few glasses and mugs and some clothing and lingerie chucked in there. So my lovelies, get comfy. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be our spring Asda haul. However, I feel like there may be one that I might do in Easter if they've got any bits, because they are slowly starting to bring some Easter products in, which I might have picked up a few. But stop rabbiting, because I feel this is going to be a long one. Oopsie. Right, so I'm going to kick it off with a pan, because the Asda I went to was an Asda living store, and they had certain bits on special offers. Now, as you know, me and Mum, we got a new pan set, but the biggest frying pan on it is not big enough for me and Mama G. So I saw this one. This was a 32cm aluminium frying pan, and it was £9 down to £4. In this particular branch. It wasn't all sizes of frying pans. I think it was this and the smallest that was on offer. The two middle ones they didn't have anything for. But I called Mum and I was like, Mum, there's a frying pan here. Do you want me to pick it up? She was like, is it big enough to put 2 steaks in? I was like, yes, absolutely. I mean, like, it's not sanitary. I'm not putting it on my head, but very happy. And then there was another pan kitchenware item, let's just say, that you can see poking out of here. Right, guys, I got a little carried away in the glass and mug selection, and I've got such an itchy nose today. I do not know why. There is obviously a surprise in the air. I don't know what the surprise is going to be, but my nose is itchy. I saw this down the cleaning aisle when I was like, oh, yes, please. This was £1.79 if I remember correctly, and it is a minky cloth, but it's got little love hearts on. So I thought, fabulous, this can go with my little minky collection. I've got my Scrub Daddies and minkies for Christmas and Halloween. Why not chuck in a little Valentine's one and say, and who knows, are they going to do any for Easter? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to spin this around, because that's slightly irritating me having like a pan handle just in my way, you know? Right. Oh, God. Let's start off with this. I saw this, and if I recall correctly, because I've just checked the receipt, but unless I sit there and go through coding by coding, we could be here forever. I am going to guesstimate, but none of the glasses and that were over. I'm going to say there was one that was about £3, but that's because it was a Disney one. I feel the mugs were about £1.50. Guys, is this not just the cutest little mug? It's got little hedgehogs on, and he's got a strawberry, and there's mushrooms. So I thought, you know what? It's a perfect little spring mug. And they may or may not have had matching glasses that I had to pick up. So I thought, you know what? This is very cute. It screamed Shannon, and yeah, there could be some matching items, let me tell you that. I tell you what, my lovelies, I'm really impressed with Asda's candle range. The style of them, the presentation, everything is very like Home Sense, White Company, Dunhill vibes. Very, very nice. This little candle I got was called Renew, Ylang and White Rose. Not Yalang-a-lang, just Ylang and White Rose. These little ones were £2. They had them also in a medium and a larger size, and also diffusers. Just very calming, very fresh, very pure. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, what is an Asda haul without a candle or two and some mugs, eh? That is just the way that we roll over here, because I am a little bit of an addict. Now, what is this? Oh, guys, I thought this was gorgeous. This was £5, which I don't think was bad at all. Look at that. I got a heart vase. And that is such a good size as well. When I saw it, there weren't actually a price on it. And I asked the lady at the till, and she went, oh, that's £5, dear. I was like, I was expecting like £8, £10. But how nice is that? So if you've got some roses, cute. £5. I definitely feel that on Valentine's actual day, because me and Mum have got a Galentine's vlog, which I think will already be up by now. If it is, let me turn that phone on silent. How rude. Apologies, my lovelies. I feel like the Valentine's vlog will already have been up. It could potentially have been the one before that. So you may see that out. But if not, on actual Valentine's Day, I always normally get Mum a bunch of roses. So I'll be sure to keep that out. And we'll have our little roses in there, shall we? Oopsie. Right. Let's start with this. So I did get a little carried away in the underwear section. I'm not going to lie. With the underwear, you will not see a try on clip for that, but I have got like a few other little pieces you will see a try on for. So with bodysuits and corsets and that, I always size down in the cup. You probably think, why? Just purely because I like the girls to have a little bit more room to play with, let's say, for example. I mean, they're normally hidden away most of the time, but when it comes to stuff like that, I do like them a little bit on show, because you know what? If you've got it, flaunt it. You're a long time in that grand after, and I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So, oopsie. My usual size is a 34D. However, that is still incorrect. I am normally, well, I measure at a 34 double D. I wear a D because the double D, I feel like I'm a nun. And then when I get bodysuits, I normally go down to like a B or sometimes a C. I saw this, so I picked up in a 34B, and it was £14. But how gorgeous is that? Like, actually, how gorgeous. This is something you could definitely see in Ann Summers or Bouge Avenue. The back is got a little cutout, almost like a love heart style. And also, the bottom of it, my lovelies, is poppers. So there's no fannying around when you need a wee to take everything down and all your bodysuits off. Poppers. These type of things are great for the bedroom. Great if you want to get dressed up and get a bit saucy. But also, I really like these with jeans. This jeans and a nice little blazer, I think you could really make classy. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, you are coming home with me. And there may or may not be some other pieces in the collection that I was like, you're definitely coming home with me too. Now, we all know my love for bees, and I saw this and I was just like, I can't not leave this store and not have it in my basket. So I saw this was £5, I feel, £4 to £5, and it is a little bee tea light holder. How cute! Oh guys, I can't wait to use that. I don't quite know where it's going to go. I feel like it could go there or on there. We need to have a little rearrange. Also, you may hear the door go, and then you may hear some commotion because I am waiting on a delivery. So I've said to Mum, quickly going to jump on filming. Can you keep a list now? But we all know Mum Rabbit's away with the delivery men, bless her. So you might hear a bang, 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 because they're very aggressive, our delivery drivers here. They like to make sure that someone is here. However, if no one answers, they would have already took that picture and got in their van and gone before you've even opened the door. So they must be telepathic as well, eh? Right. There's just so much. Right, what have we got in here? Ah, I thought these were an absolute bargain, guys. So this is what I mean by they're starting to slowly bring in that Easter bit. I picked up these two glasses. They was £1 each, but they got little rabbits on. And I thought, how cute. Obviously for Easter, but also just for spring as well. So if me and Mum wanted a little G&T, and for £1, I thought really affordable. Like, they're proper glass. They're not plastic either. And I saw them and I was like, oh, part of me did want to get 2 for here and then get 4 for when I move out. But I know I already have an extensive glass collection when I move out. So I'm like, no more, Shan. No more. Until you actually move in and see the cupboard space that you have, eh? Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie indeed. Can I go to Asda and not come out with an Eco Wicks candle? No, is the answer. If you know me, guys, I am a candle addict. Oopsie. Oh, this is just divine. But Eco Wicks is Asda's version of Wood Wicks. Now, Wood Wicks is the very, very expensive brand that when you light it, it crackles. They do tall ones, small ones, and long rectangular ones. Eco Wicks is Asda's version, and I have never ever had a problem with these. This size is £5. They do a taller one for £8. I think at Christmas time you may get a rectangle one, but normally they are just in like this cylinder style. I went for Peach Berry Bubbly, and honestly, divine. I cannot wait. Does it say what it is? Probably not. I'm guessing peach, orange, and then a blueberry. It's very citrusy. And you might think, Shan, why do you want candles in the spring summer? Well, number one, my lovelies, if you live in the UK, you know that our spring summer doesn't probably start until, I'm going to say May or June. It is still cold at the moment. I've still got a heated throw on. It is that blooming cold, okay? And with these, because of the crackle, I love putting these in the bathroom. And then when you're just laying in the bath, trying to wash away all those worries, you have the nice little crackle of a fire without actually having the fire. But yeah, £5 or the big ones are £8. If you like that style of candle, my lovelies, I highly recommend. Do not be wasting your money. I mean, wood wicks, don't get me wrong, are lovely. Wood wicks, I would say the scent tends to last slightly longer, but eco wicks still last a good long time. And wood wicks I will only ever get if they are on an offer. If Boots have them, or whether they're in Yankee and they're on offer, I might be partial to pick one up, especially in like the Christmas period, because they do a nice trilogy one, which is, I think, cinnamon, I feel it's like a vanilla-y one, and then perhaps like a mistletoe. But the mistletoe, you might think, it goes really nice well with it, but that will be the only time, okay? The only time. So this is the mug that I think was about £3 or £3.50, and it's because it's Disney. And it says, Disney, where dreams come true. And you're probably looking at it thinking, Shan, you're 27 years old now, girl. I don't care. I don't care. When I'm having my fruit tea, or when I'm doing some funky little bits of filming, or you know what, when it's Mother Nature time and all I want to do is sit in my bed and watch Disney Plus, this is what I'm going to be having my drinks out of, all right? Don't judge me. Don't judge me, please. No judgment on this channel. Now, I picked this up. I feel like I was in the Valentine's themed. Now, we all know I love my little, I'm going to call them like tunic dresses. However, these are Asda slightly pricey, a bit like Florence and Fred. So it was £16. However, if it fits nice, we shall see. So, oh yeah, it is coming up on camera. It's very much like a fuchsia, kind of like paint splatter. The sleeves come down. They are a balloon sleeve with, look at that nice little edge. And it comes down, 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 not all the way down. And the sleeve just hit me in the head. I feel like this will come to approximately maybe my knee. And then it's just got a little gold clasping button at the back, which we all know are absolute nightmares to get on and off. Whoever designed that, unless you have a good long bit of stringy bit, which this looks like the tiniest bit, Mum's going to have a nightmare because there's no way that I can do this on my own. I'll be like, Mum. So we shall see. But yeah, I don't mind, oh, just off the hanger, I don't mind a bit of George, like a bit of Florence and Fred every now and again, but you do notice the price differences. However, you pay, I feel, for the quality. It is normally very nice quality. It just all depends how it fits, eh? How it fits indeed. Oh. Oopsie. Right, you're going to laugh at these, okay? These are in the Valentine section and they was £1. And I saw them and I was just like, I want them. Even though I don't have a significant other, I just really like them. And I thought, if I ever was to get a significant other, or even if I just have them for me and Mum. And they are two little mugs. One has a red rim and one has a pink rim. And it says, good morning, handsome, and good morning, beautiful. Obviously, I would be the beautiful one and I'd give Mum the handsome one. I'm joking. We'd probably just grab whatever we had and been like, there you go. But yeah, I saw them for £1. So if you do have a significant other, there are mugs here for you guys. And as I say, I just thought it was really cute. For £1, if you chip them, I mean, I would still be devastated if I broke them. Don't get me wrong. But it's not going to be the end of the world as opposed to paying like £5-6 a mug. For £1, I don't think you can go wrong. Should we put you in there? Yeah, we'll pop you over there, darling. Ah, within the home section as well, guys, I picked up these. So they had, that I got was the Candle Renew. They also have what they call the Just Wellness collection. And I got Invigorate, Relax and Spa Retreat in natural essential oils. So I got a set of 3. These were £5, but I thought these were quite nice because I've got my my oil poof that Mum got me for Christmas. And part of me is thinking, keep it for when you move out. But then part of me is thinking, no, I actually want to use it now. So I saw these. So the Invigorate is white mint and eucalyptus, lovely. Relax is white iris and citrus, great. And then Spa Retreat is ylang ylang and cedarwood. So I cannot wait to be burning these. Just, as I say, just wellness. Just wellness. Asda are very much going down a very botanical spa vibe with their homeware, I'm finding at the moment, especially within the candles and the diffuser section. Very, very calming. So, you know, we got the bodysuit. We, of course, had to get the bra and knickers. These are gorgeous. So the briefs, I picked up the Brazilian briefs. So they had Brazilians or a thong. I am partial to a thong every now and then, but sometimes I feel on a nice two-piece, like an actual knicker does look a lot more flattering than a thong. So this was £5. So I got a little Brazilian pair of briefs with a full lace back, which I thought was very cheeky. And then the bra was £10, and I loved it because it's a balcony bra. I don't know what it is, but I find the cup of a balcony bra a lot more flattering, and I tend to be going for a balcony bra as opposed to like a normal style quite a lot lately. You've just got like this little cutout here, you've got all of the lace around the bottom, and yeah, I just really think it is a very flattering piece. I mean, it's called the Entice collection, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel I've had bits from this Entice collection before. I feel like I had a very nice lemon or a blue set in the summer last year. I feel like I did. You know, when you're just, I'm like, But yeah, the Entice collection I absolutely love. And I feel like, yes, there's some more in the other bag. We're just not going to talk about that right now. And then we got some more mugs. These I thought we could do with a refresh. You know, I love a personalised mug. These were £2.50, and I just thought they was really nice coming into the summer. So of course I had to get an S and a G. Me and Mama G, eh? So we was actually in the process of like swapping over the mugs when it comes to Christmas. We took all of the Christmas mugs out, and we kind of just grabbed any mugs that was in the cupboard, to be honest. And now I'm like, I look at the coffee machines and I'm like, I like to have the coffee machines with a similar mug or style under each one. And I'm like, it's just not vibing, is it, Mum? So now one can have mine and one can have Mum's, and then we can have the miscellaneous around it. You probably think, Shan, that's very OCD, but oopsie. And then, all done. You know how much I love a zip, like 3/4 zip fleece, I think they call this. However, slightly pricey, £18. And it's not as thick as my Primark ones, but I saw it and I just thought it could be a really nice staple layering piece. Let me know what you think. There will be a try on clip, guys, but I just thought, where my 3/4 zipped ones that I've got from Primark are like the crochet knit, but they're like cropped. This I thought was quite nice and long. I could chuck it on with like leggings or jeans. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the try on clip. I'm hoping it looks nice. Fingers crossed. Right, guys, I'm going to go and get a little refreshment, and then we can get in with bag 2, which you guessed it, is containing another big pan of some kind, some more clothes, some more underwear, and guess what? Some more glasses, mugs, and candles. Just getting what Asda has to offer, eh? Right, bag number 2. Let's just start with the thing that had the handle on me, shall we? So, we also needed a new wok. We normally get I think it's just a black non-stick wok. I think they're about £7 or £8 from Asda, but they are 35 centimetres, so slightly bigger. However, this one again was on their special price, and it's a 32 centimetres, so 3 centimetres smaller, but it was £7 down from 14. But it is a proper like non-stick coating one. So where the other one, it was non-stick, but it was black. And you know, sometimes like if you scrape it, the black comes up. Whereas this, I don't feel it will, because it does actually seem to be, you know, like proper, it's going to sound really silly, but I call it like non-scratchable. It's like a non-scratchable one, and it's got the handle. So when I said to Mum, I was like, oh, they've got some bits and bobs on a special price. I was like, got a big frying pan and they've got a wok. She said, get the black one. And I said, well, there's this one that's on the offer. I said, like, maybe we can try this. She was like, all right then, we'll go for that. So it's 3 centimetres smaller, which ain't going to hurt because we are trying to cut back on portion sizes. but it's an aluminium one, so I feel like you're not going to get the scrapings of the black stuff that come up on the bottom, which we do get, unfortunately. Loved this. The minute I saw it, I was like, yes, 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 yes. I'm going to say this was around £4, but it is a bee gin glass. We all know I love a novelty gin glass and I love my bees. There is a lot of bee stuff I feel that will be coming in upcoming hauls from like bargain shops and that, because I had a little pop in when I was away and everything is pretty much bees. We are in full spring season when you see bees everywhere. So I've got my little bee tea light holder and I saw this and I just thought, oh, you're perfect. You are perfect, because I feel like now I've got my gin tree that Mum got me for Christmas. I cannot wait just to get like 8 very unique custom gin glasses to go on there. And then I'll be like, hey. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Right. When I was away, Mum called me and she was like, oh, I've got you a little treat when you come home. I was like, okay. She got me a Baby Yoda cushion from Primark, and it's like actually in his head and the ears pop out. So I knew I had a cushion at home, so I picked up a throw. Guys, look! Oh my god, there he is. So I've got a little throw. This was £6, but when I tell you they had Baby Yoda galore, they had a round cushion with him in, I think it was like the spaceship. Then they had a little square cushion. Then they had a round one of his face, which I feel was similar to the one that Mum got me. They had bedding sets. Then they had throws, and I was just like, oh. But yeah, I was so happy. I was like, now I have a little thing. Mum said to me, did you want to get the Baby Yoda bedding set? Guys, part of me did question myself. I did question, should I get it? But it was a plain white one, and then like little ones of him. I feel like I want like a really cute version. I don't want a generic one that could maybe be seen as a boy's bedding. I still want like a little feminine touch on it, you know? But yeah, I saw this, so I got a new throw, and I was like, ah, so excited. These, I was very surprised Asda done these. And they was a bargain. If I remember correctly, they was £1 or £1.50. Now, I don't know if I'm ever going to burn them, but it's, you know, these bubble candles. Canon? Or it might be a little bit too bright for it to focus. That is a pink bubble one. And then this is a white bubble one. There we go. And as I say, £1, £1.50. I just thought these would be really nice, like little decorative pieces. Because if you light them, it's going to sound very silly. Won't the wax go everywhere? I might have to put them on a little dish. This is the thing, guys. So, you know, like the body candles. I would love one of them, but I'm always worried that they're going to, like, what happens when they melt? I don't know. I don't know what happens when they melt. Do they just go like, plum? Or do they hold their shape? I don't know. It very much worries me. But these I thought were really cute just for me to dot around. They don't smell. So if you lit them, it would literally just be for warmth. But yeah, decorational piece. I thought, why not? Why not? Absolutely. And then, you know, I said we got some more from the underwear section. They're Entice. We did. But I got 2 bottoms with this because I just couldn't decide. So I picked a Entice collection, almost a corset vibe. This was £12. I picked it up again in a 34B. So we've gone a couple of sizes smaller on the girls. But I really like this. So it is almost like a corset vibe, but it's got in the mesh little black love hearts. And then the back of it is just simply like a bra bag. There's no like big mesh netting or corset back, but it's just the little bralette style front. And then for the briefs, I opted for the thong, which was £5. I just thought it was really, really cute. And it's not like a G-string. It is like a nice little thong. And then I also went, because we know how much I love this style, again £5. But I wish they would do these in packs. Like, I would buy a pack of 3 of these if they had them in black, white, red, any colour. These are the super high leg. So we all know I do love a a lovely super high leg, because I find that they're just the most flattering for my leg style. And then you've got a little cut out hole at the back just for like a little bit of cuteness, you know, a little bit of sauciness. So if you are on the hunt for any Valentine's, or just actually some nice underwear in general if you just want to feel like you want to have a little bit of a treat, but you don't want to break the bank so much in terms of like Boo Avenue and Summers. You've got what, Rigby and Pella, everything like that. Asda, I don't think you can go wrong. I would probably rate Asda George over Florence and Fred at Tesco for underwear. I do think George have the upper hand on the underwear, and but Tesco, Florence and Fred have the upper hand on pyjamas. So it's 50-50, my lovelies, 50-50. You know, I said we had the mug. I picked up the 2 glasses. These were £1. Asda have such a good selection of like highball glasses and like the little mixer style glasses like what we've got with the Easter rabbit for £1. How cute. Again, part of me was thinking, Shan, get 2 for when you move out, but I know that I've got like spring and summer glasses, so I thought, you know what, that'll be cute for me and mum, because she's been going through a little bit of a blitz at the moment, and she's like, right, that can go, so I'll be like, if there's any cheap glasses or anything, they can go to the charity, or no, if they're cheap, take them to the rubbish. If they're just ones that we don't like anymore, they can go in for the charity, and we can replace them with some cute little hedgehog ones. Yay! Another candle, I got Energize. This was Zesty Grapefruit. Again, only £2, guys, but I love the style of it. It's just very rustic and zen spa-like. This one, as I said, Zesty Grapefruit. Very fruity, right up my street. That one, I think, where would I put Energize? Energize, I think, could go in my room, or potentially the hall. I feel that would be a good scent for that. And then, right, I got loads of tea light holders. Oopsie. I mean, I know that you can't get a single more tea light holder on my cabinet at the moment, but I thought they were always handy if I want to do a little changeover. So as I say, they were £1 each. The first 2 I got was this gorgeous pink, kind of like mosaic style, but I also had another feeling for these guys. These are great if you wanted to have them as a shot glass. You could have them as a candlelight holder for the daytime, and by night time they are your shot glasses. They had these also in, it wasn't a black, it was almost like a blown navy, which I thought it was black at the start with, and then when I actually looked and saw it was navy, it put me off a little bit. So I was like, not going to go with that. However, I did then get, these are gorgeous, and again, I feel like they look so much more expensive than £1. I got 2 each of these. I got this black faceted one, and again, something like that you could even have as a tiny little jewellery holder if you just wanted to chuck your earrings in. So I got 2 in the black and then 2 in the clear. But you're telling me that doesn't look more expensive than £1? Like, I would expect to go into Next and see these for like £5-6. Dunelm, £3-4. Nope, Asda, £1. So I was like, thank you very much for cheering me up there. So I've got 6 new little tea light holders, which is always in abundance because I do go through tea lights quite a lot. These ones potentially could be for votives also, but I kind of only really have votives more at Christmas time. I am more like tea lights throughout the year, so I think we'll do a little bit of a rearrange and add some more in and get some more warmth in this room, eh guys? And then I picked up another little fashion piece. And this I've actually just seen. I had an email come through from George, and this was in their top 10 for this week. This was a size 10, £12.50. And it's just a little nautical peplum style top. It's got the balloon sleeves, and I used to love this style top when I was younger. Like, the peplum style was a bit of me. The only thing I'm looking through, it's very sheer. I'll have to see. I don't really want my bra showing through on this, so we'll have to see how it goes. I just thought it was quite cute. £12.50. I feel like tops in general now, the tops are a lot more expensive than they were previously, but hey ho, it's the price of inflation and everything, eh? And then these, okay, these are definitely for when I move out, but I saw them and part of me thought, Shan, wait till you get home and see if you can find them. And then I had that gut-wrenching feeling, you know, when you think like, but if I can't find them, I have seen things like this similar online and they was extortionate prices. So you know I love my glass latte mugs. I also love my glass tea mugs. I've been trying to find a set of both that go and like marry together. Then I saw these. These were £2.50. Now I've seen very similar styles to this, pushing £7, £8 per glass. How gorgeous. So they're almost like a blown ribbed effect. So this was the latte glass, which, as I say, I got 2 each, so I've got a set of 4. But I just thought these are the classic glasses that I would love to have by my coffee table, coffee unit. And then the mugs of them, oh, the lady has wrapped them so well, bless her. Where's the handle? Let me just pull you out a sec. There we go. £2.50. Look at how stunning they are. And as I say, I've seen these online going for £7, £8 per glass. I've got a set for a tenner, and I was just like, you know what? Yes, absolutely yes. You are coming home with me, and you will be staying wrapped up until you have your new home. I couldn't not. When I saw them, you know when you have that toy and you think like, oh, do I, don't I? Like when you're in Primark or TK Maxx and HomeSense and you think, oh, I'll think about it and I'll come back. You guarantee you come back and it's not there. So I feel like if something has you, just go for it. Just go for it, because you're only going to regret it. And one of the things that I always regret, oh, bless me, sorry my lovelies. We know we have to do the check to make sure the eyelashes are still on. Don't want them blowing off when we have a little sneeze, do we? I must have been, I'm going to say 2021. It was a few years ago. It was when I was working in retail. And me and Mum went to the range and there was a singing moose. Christmas time. Yep, singing moose, da-da-da-da-da. Mum said, we'll come back for it. It was about £100, I think, which was a lot back then. And I was like, you know what? I want it. Mum was like, no, hold on a minute. We'll come back. Give it like a week or something. If you still want it, we'll get it. We come back, it weren't there. And then do you think they've ever had it since? No. And every time I go in the range at Christmas, I'm always like, do you have a little singing moose? They're like, no. And I look at Mum and I'm like, we should have got it when we saw it. So yeah, I very much now, if there is something that really does catch my eye, and especially because I have seen how pricey they can be, pick them up. Guys, my bed is, God, my bed is filled with random stuff. We've got saucy underwear, we've got mugs galore, we've got a little hedgehog mug, there's pans, baby Yoda. Sign of a good haul, eh? So, Asda jewels, you have not disappointed. As I say, I don't know how it would be for the try-on clips. You would have already seen the top, jumper and dress. The underwear, no one needs to see that. That will not be getting shown on the internet, I can guarantee you that. But yeah, we shall see how we get on with those. In regards to everything else, I just love it. Asda is up there probably with like TK Maxx and HomeSense for me. Asda Living, I could spend ages in. And also it's like all their bakeware and their plate sets, and oh, I just love it. Their bathroom sets, their towels. See, now I could just sit there. I feel like I need to go there and just kit my whole house out for Asda Living. The house that I don't have and probably won't have for many years to come, but hey, a girl can dream, eh? This is all just like little preps. A lot of this actually isn't for when I move out. It's only my glass mugs. The rest of the stuff we'll actually use now. So, hey, that's a bonus, eh? That is a bonus indeed. But guys, I'm excited. I'm just going to tilt that glass because I definitely don't want me beijing glass to smash. Heaven forbid that. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. What was your favourite bit of the haul? Do you tend to pop into Asda Living and think, oh, you go in there just to have a look and it kind of ruins your bank balance? Are you one for glasses? Do you like a glass mug or a glass tall latte if you have a coffee? Let me know down below. And also the pans. If you're looking for any pans on offer, head down to Asda and see what your store has for that special price, because I feel like they might vary from store to store. But yeah, I don't want to take up any more of your day. I hope you're having a fabulous week. Take care, stay safe as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.